Alright, and we're ready. So, yesterday we were building this fortress, and we've just started kind of doing that now. We have a very basic little fortress going on. We have about 17 population at the moment. I thought we had 18 population. Somebody died, and I didn't notice. No, okay, maybe we just had another dwarven baby, and maybe we had 16 before and we've gone up, because we got a dwarven baby. But we got 17 population, a very small little fortress that we built for ourselves, and you know we got the basic beds, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, and then another 6, so that's 18. We're gonna need some more beds. I'll get started on that, I think, next, but. Yeah, it's going pretty well so far. We did embark in a pretty dangerous location, but so far nothing too terrible has happened. I think what we need to do is we need to start looking at our defenses. And we need to start looking at how we're going to protect the fortress from, external threats. So we have already set up a drawbridge here, but I don't think... have we already got a work order for mechanisms? I don't see a... Yeah, oh, we do have a limestone mechanism work order, so we do already have mechanisms. So what we want to do is we want to start looking at placing some mechanisms just so that we can keep track and make sure that we're keeping things closed off. So we have already set up this one here, which we need to link to... we need to link this to this bridge here, I believe. Yeah, so they're going to go and link that building there. And then we'll do another one in the same location. It's always good to kind of have levers grouped together, but let's just rename this so that we remember this. This is the cavern bridge. So that's the bridge that basically controls access in and out of the cavern. And then we need to make another one. So we'll do that here. Cages, restraints, where is it? Traps. Zone of traps, where is it? On the machines, okay, and then we put another lever here, and this one's just going to be for the outside wall. Yeah, we're going full hard mode. Well, we've embarked in a dangerous place, but so far it hasn't proven to be that deadly. We've only lost one dwarf, and that was Kaladin in an unfortunate troglodyte accident. But I mean, it's kind of tricky, I guess. Like, we have some stuff that we need to worry about, like our fortress at the moment is open to the caverns. It's only open to the first layer of the caverns, which isn't that bad, to be honest. But, you know, like, we probably want to continue walling it off. You can see here we've kind of walled in this area here, look. Just a little bit of the caverns that we've walled in. I'm going to deconstruct that. I'll place another still there, actually. So, yeah, we're growing pump helmets there. Pigtails here, and then over here, see sweet pods. Have we really got no sweet pods? We must have planted them all. Ah. Okay, that's interesting. Sweet. I think sweet pods make rum. Have we seriously not... plants? Do we have to process sweet pods first? It's been ages since I've used these. Oh, I thought so. Sweet pods, Dwarf Fortress. I thought that you didn't have to grind them or anything like that. Yeah, they can just be brewed into dwarven rum, which is what I thought they were doing, but I guess they haven't actually started doing that yet. It's probably because we've got an order up to brew drink from plant, and I've probably set the conditions so that they only do this. Yeah, they'll only do this when they've got less than 40 drinks. So, we should probably change that, maybe. Maybe we should change it so that they just do this every time we've got drinks, but... You know what, I'll just order them to brew some drinks from plants now, because I want them to get the sweet pod seeds. Although I guess we could actually mill the sweet pods into sugar. Nah, we'll just use them for rum. We'll just set that to brew some drinks from plants for now, just so that we get that. We don't really need sugar. We're not preparing fancy meals or anything, so. So how have you been, Brolex? Have you tried any more Dwarf Fortress since the last time? There's a bunch of troglodytes here again. We keep capturing troglodytes in our cage traps, and it's a little irritating. You would have thought that they would have figured it out by now. That you know, like yeah, there you go. There's another troglodyte that's been captured. We're gonna need somewhere to. Oh, okay. So you had some more trouble from the last time. Okay. Did you drown because of an aquifer, or was it a different reason? Was it a different thing? I'd say that drowning is perhaps the most common reason that fortresses fail. Like if you're starting a new fortress, so I wouldn't be too upset about like losing a fortress that way. It's like the most common reason. Like if you have no idea how to play the game, you've never played it before, it's probably the thing that gets most people. Do we not have an order for blocks? No, we don't. We should have a block order. Let's get a block order. If you want to ask any questions, by the way, you know, just feel free. Like, if you want me to explain anything that I'm doing, or if you want me to, like, talk about kind of like my thought process behind it, because I don't think that there's like a objective way to do this. A lot of this stuff, some of it's just down to personal preference. So you know, like a lot of what I do, some of it's just that this is the way that I prefer to do things. You see. There's probably arguments for and against a lot of what I do. So, yeah, but if you wanted to ask questions, then feel free, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. Okay, we got a human axeman arriving. So this guy here, his name is Onmo Ball Lenses. We haven't seen one of these yet. And basically, he's arrived in the fortress because the access to our caverns is open. So the moment you open the caverns up, they will have invites from adventurers will turn up to basically go into the caverns and slaughter shit. So in every single instance where one of these turns up, I'm going to tell them that I want them to do this. Also, this Dwarf has had a baby Dwarf. We're going to have to do something with these because they're just going to pile up in here. Like, I'm really not sure what to do with them other than just to put them into a hole in the ground and kill them and try and harvest them for food. Potentially what we could do is we could chain them up inside a room, and we could just have like Mark's Dwarf shoot at them, and then we could go and butcher them for meat. I don't know if like what even are Jarthas like. I don't think they can be tamed, can they? Jartha. Massive creatures who dwell on the first floor. Hmm. We could just butcher them. Like we could just cage up a bunch and just butcher their corpses. Okay, so we got a petition anyway, so we're going to accept this petition because I already know what it is. Omno Ball Lenses wishes to reside in Death Fortresses the Amazing for the purpose of eradicating monsters. We approve. And that means that if we now click on our population, and you'll see at the top it's increased by 1. This human axe slayer here has arrived in the fortress, but he's immediately just going to, oh god. And this is why I wanted to accept him. Because I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a troglodyte attacking our guys. So if we accept these petitions and just let these freaks into our fortress, they'll just wander into the caverns and look for anything that they can fight, and then just like kill them or die. So that's fine by me basically. I'm totally fine just having lots of these guys wandering around the caverns like dying without need or cause. What I'll do is I'll keep the gate open for now because I think that like we can. There's we're probably going to want to cut down some more trees soon. There's like one there we can cut down. We'll cut down this tree here. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that we desperately need to do? We could make some more farm plots and try and make some more stuff. I think I had something else I was doing there, and I can't remember what it was. So that's kind of troubling me. I know one of the things I was doing was I was making these temples, but we've basically already done with that. We just need to put the rest of the chests into here. So we've got an iron chest here. I think we're short one iron chest. And then where's the other chest? Yeah, and then over here we're putting goblets in the stockpile. So how's the goblets coming along? We have made iron goblets, but it doesn't look like anyone's putting them into the chests. So where is our finished goods stockpile again? Finished goods stockpile. Basically, I think they've put all of them into this one, but we don't want them to put goblets into this chests. So if we click here, no, not in that one, but it must be in the other one. You can already see people coming to move them out. So, like, yeah, we got a bunch of iron goblets. We don't want those in there. We got so much iron that, you know, making goblets out of iron just seems fine. Like, normally I probably wouldn't. Normally I'd make them out of something else, perhaps. But in this instance, I think it's basically okay. The other thing we're going to do is I'm going to butcher the buffalo because we want to make some more instruments. So I'm going to set the buffalo to be slaughtered. And we need to use bone in order to do that. And we'll also get some meat from this as well. So it's probably a good idea to do that. I want to look at our drink stockpile as well. So where is it? D for drinks. So we are getting a little bit more dwarven rum. This is one of the things that's really tricky to manage sometimes. But basically, if your dwarf is only drinking dwarven wine, that's going to upset them. They'll get upset because they'll be like, "Oh, we're drinking the same old stuff all over again," you know, and that'll bother them. So. In order to alleviate that, what you want to do is you want to try and make sure you're 20 cowbone. So we can potentially make 20 instruments. And I can't remember the name of the instruments, but they were in here. So let's have a look at that. So crafts dwarf, make instruments. Yeah, rodders, that's it. So we're going to make 20 of those. Rodder, make rodder. No, I don't want it to be 20 shops. I just want it to be as many shops as possible. I just want to make 20 of them. So, yeah. So, they'll go off and they'll make 20 of those. And that's just so that we got instruments in all of our... so that we've got instruments in all of our... what's the word? In all of our temples. All right, and let's keep constructing this roof here. Days cancel that because we ran out of the food to do it. So one of the things that's important as well is that dwarves only get seeds in order to plant stuff when they either eat the food or when they so they either eat the food or they brew it into a drink. So that's another reason to want them to be brewing pretty regularly. 4 and oh, we don't have any more bars. Yeah, we're going to build a roof over the top of this, and we then the last thing we want to do is we want to build a wall just around our and we'll probably start on this as well actually, but we want to build a wall just around our staircase, and this is so that nothing can get into this area when we close the gate. Because at the moment, something can get into here just by climbing over the wall. And stuff in Dwarf Fortress can climb. So it is possible for them to climb. We attracted no migrants this season. That's really unfortunate. So we don't want them to be able to climb up and over, right? It's kind of rare for them to do it. It's not something you'll see very often, but just always keep that in mind. You know, whenever you're building any kind of fortification, you know, stuff can climb walls. There's a climbing skill in the game, so, you know, and you also have to keep in mind that they're flying creatures as well. Like, it's all well and good if we close the gate and there's like a forgotten beast on the outside, but if it can fly above the gate, then you know, we'll die anyway. So we don't. We just want to avoid that altogether. Okay, so we've made all of our we've made the last one of our iron chests. So we can place one there. And we can place one there. So we've got our chests, which is great. They will put instruments in them over here. They still haven't put goblets in here for whatever reason. I'll prove that. Yeah, they still haven't actually put goblets into the stockpile. View stockpile. Maybe it's because we need to enable it to also allow all kinds of metal. So, metal goblets. So they should then put goblets into the stockpile, hopefully. I'm going to decline the next couple because I don't want to have too many people here. Or at least until some of the ones who are already here have died. Are you eating with a goblet items? You don't have a goblet on you. Over you. Yeah, she was annoyed after having to drink without a goblet. That's why I need them to put goblets over here, so that when they drink, they'll be like, oh, there's goblets available. I'll use the goblets to drink. What I could do as well, actually, would be to make a food stockpile up here. So we've got the temple. Is there a good location for us to do like a food stockpile? Maybe on the level above it, we'll just build a big stockpile area for food here. Then that way they'll be able to just grab the booze from there and come down and yeah, all that kind of good stuff. At the moment, you can see we've got dwarven wine barrels that are just sitting inside of here. Pump helmet, man, mace man. Look at this guy. He's an adequate Gelder. He's a pump helmet man, mace man. A pump helmet man, mace man. That's that doesn't roll off the tongue very well, does it? We should check some of these guys out. Like, have any of the what's this guy like? So this guy is a competent swordsman. He's a human swordsman named Nusibi Chamber Breaches. He's a novice climber as well. But yeah, he's kind of like if we go to his I'm not sure where it is. Like, is it skills, room, labor, military, kills? This guy's never even killed anything before. And he wants to be a monster slayer, so good luck with that. I doubt there are many monsters for him to slay, to be honest, but, you know, maybe he'll try it. Like that. Oh, the important thing that I haven't done. There's something, like, critically important that we haven't done yet. That we need to do, and that's not only do we need to do this, we need to set up a lever for the I already placed the lever. I need to set it up so that it's linked to the gates at the front, so that we can close the fortress down if anything nasty does arrive. We've been kind of fortunate that nothing has arrived yet. It does usually take a bit. Like, you don't tend to get raids immediately in this game. Like, it can take a little bit. The exception to this is if you're near a tower, in which case you can basically get raided from almost day one, actually. But we're not near a tower, so we haven't had that. So the actual answer is that they're monster hunters, right? Monster hunters will apply to join your fortress, but they're never really part of your fortress. They just wander around. They do drink your alcohol occasionally, but like their main thing is that they'll just wander the caverns and fight stuff. Normally they're more trouble than they're worth, because like I don't you know, you don't generally want the caverns open if you can help it, but given the way that things are now, where you need to have access to the caverns in order to do functional, farms, then I think it's kind of worth just doing that. What I suspect is if I click on one of these, no. Finished goods. I don't want them to put goblets in here. If there are any goblets in here, I want them to move them to the dining room area. Which they still haven't done. Oh, we got native platinum. Now that is excellent. Native platinum. One thing that we could perhaps start doing would be looking at making some statues. We've apparently got native platinum somewhere here. I don't know if we want to make some platinum statues, perhaps. That might be interesting. I don't see where we got the native platinum, though, unless we already mined through it. But yeah, we were just going to make this into a stockpile for food. So there's a food stockpile that's kind of near to where the dwarves are doing, near to the kitchen. Yeah, I'm really not sure why they're not. Unless they hold on. Let's have a look and see where our goblets are. So like, yeah, it's in a finished goods bin here. Whole bunch of goblets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. Yeah, they just moved them all upstairs, I'm pretty sure. How many goblets do we have in the fortress in total? Goblets, we have 30. Like, maybe there are a couple. No, I think they're probably just all here. So hopefully, now that we told them that they're not allowed to keep goblets in here, they'll move them. What's this girl doing here? She's just playing make-believe, right? Yeah. Rushna Nurtured Trades. I'm not sure who Rushna Nurtured Trades is, actually. One of them was the Plump Helmet Man, and I kind of want to accept him if he says yes. So, like, let's see others. No, this is just some human. I don't... deny. We've already got plenty of humans in here. The other good thing as well is that if we ever do get sieged, then they might arrive on the map and just start killing goblins. That does happen occasionally. Although it's more likely that they'll be the ones who get killed by the goblins, you know, more often than not. Weapons. Come on. Just any goblets, you're allowed to put them in there. I just don't want you to put them anywhere else. Takru Princess Pristine. That's an excellent name, but I'm going to say no to that one. Ah. There we go. Okay, so they should start putting goblets in here, and then hopefully when they take drinks, they will use the goblets. And then that'll help with their mood, though. So they'll be less, you know, when someone decides to come to have a meal inside this legendary dining room, they'll take one and you know, use it. I mean, I'm probably being a little bit too hopeful there, you know, all things considered, but you know, it's an idea anyway. It's just me being hopeful, me being naive. And we keep constructing the 4 here. 5, 6. So that we get all this covered. And we have also now linked up the drawbridge to this. So we can close this drawbridge in order to seal the fortress off from the outside world. Which means that we should be able to protect ourselves in the event that we do have any sort of nastiness occur. You know, and that should be really good. Surprised no one has come and claimed this or come and dealt with it. I guess everyone's just been so busy. Tasks. Doesn't look like they're that busy. Oh, they're all meditating on darkness or light or worshipping or whatever. Like Goose Tear's got no job. Who's upset? Oh, a bunch of our dwarven children are upset. I don't really care if they're upset. You know, if it's like dwarven children, then whatever. You know, most of them are probably not even going to live for that long anyway. You know, they just kind of exist in order to eat up my resources and be annoying. You felt pleasure near a fine door. Oh yeah, so statues then. So we probably want to make some statues, and I think we also want to make some. Probably start getting our steel production done. There is actually a really good formula for steel making, because making steel requires a lot of different components in order to do it. So So what we can do is we can set up a production chain that will basically automate the production of steel, and it will just turn all of the iron that we get into steel. So there are some very specific numbers that I'm going to put in. I don't know the full maths behind it, but I am going to just set that up now, and it's just going to take me a while. So we have make coal from ore here, which is the coke available. Yep. Then we want the magnite ore. Okay, so it must complete that one first. Then we want a new order on here, which is going to be to make 16. Well, we want pig iron. Make pig iron bars. I'm going to set that to 16, and then we're going to set that so yep. Okay. Then I want to make a new one here, which is make steel bars. And again, we'll set that to 16. Set the conditions, change that, and then we just want to do that whenever that one is completed. Yeah. I think that should work. I think that should work. We'll see anyway. There's there's probably an easy way of doing this, and I probably fucked it up somewhere, but we'll see. We'll see if we end up with a bunch of bars, and if not, then clearly I've messed it up somewhere. This is why it's just easier to make everything out of iron, right? But steel is so much better than iron. Like, it's such an upgrade in comparison. Like, you should basically always make steel if you're capable of making steel. It's there's only a handful of metals that are better than it, and in most cases those would be for very niche and specific things. Like a silver warhammer, I think, is better than a steel one, but then that's kind of like an only just sort of thing, right? Like yeah, you should basically you should always be making steel, is what I'm saying. And we've almost gotten much of this mudstone floor done, which is good. The human hammer dwarf is visiting. We're getting so many visitors, man. We don't even have like a tavern. A tavern would be cool to have. What I want to do is I want to build a tavern on the surface in the field of blood. I think that would be an interesting thing to do. There's honeybees up here as well. I was wondering if we could potentially get some beekeeping done, in the blood field. But mostly I've just seen oil plot crypts deny. You're not a cool sounding guy. I was wondering if we could do that and perhaps have a bunch of like tavern goers like outside in the bloody fields, just drinking their booze and having a good time. I feel like that might I feel like that might not go so well, you know. Well, despite the fact that we haven't had any migrants, we should still consider expanding our bedrooms, even if we only do it a little bit. So we'll put that there. Put that out along there, and we'll get some more bedrooms in. And we'll then have a look at... so how's our production of this all coming along? I don't think this is ever going to start because I think there's like I think like if we click here, because if we get rid of that condition on it, I should then start that, and then once that's done, then it should do the next stage. Actually, what we'll do is, so this one here, this one here, this one is currently checking for this one to be complete first. Just check this every day. Just so long as there is 8 magnetite, then just do that. Then this one here, this is smelt magnetite ore must first be completed. Yep, that's fine. Then this one here will this one here depends on the pig iron bars being done, and then this one yeah. So once this order activates here, the smelt magnetite ore, we'll set that up as a, yeah. I figured it out now. I figured it out. I have it all right in my head, I think. He says, with not a great deal of confidence. But that's part of the fun. Is not being particularly confident about things. We adapt, we improvise. We get better. That's how you play this game. It's actually been, I think, almost a year since I last played Dwarf Fortress as well. So we're still kind of adapting. So this one is activated now. So now we can go and change the condition for this. We added an activation condition. So that'll just mean that it'll repeat in a cycle there. So that's going to be fine. All right, and let's get some more beds in. One of the we should perhaps start looking at doing some. The other thing we haven't done is we haven't done any. How you say, like clothing. We've got some fighting going on. We'll have a check on that in a second. Tower cat bed there. Tower cat bed there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. This human here. Successfully slaughtered a troglodyte who's been trying to eat our food. Yeah, I think military kills. No, you got the kill on that. Okay, Pluded, he got the manager was the one who actually got the killing blow on this troglodyte. Let's go dump his corpse. Are there any troglodyte parts? Like, let's have a look at this. So, let's have a look at this. The manager punches the troglodyte in the head with the left hand, bruising the muscle. The force bends the neck, tearing apart the skin. Yeah, he just beat that troglodyte to death. He just punched him square in the face until he died. I mean, that's exactly the kind of go-getting that I want from my dwarves, right? I want them to take the initiative and you know, just completely deck any troglodytes who come anywhere near me to steal my booze. There's 10 there. We're almost we're getting a lot further with the troglodyte seems to be chasing someone. Oh, this one's like almost dead. I think this one was in a fight and it must have like ran off. Yeah, you can see here that like oh god, this guy's been on a This human axeman has been on a veritable troglodyte kill spree. Oh, he's only killed one of them, but still, he must. Is he getting beaten to death by the troglodytes? Yeah, they're just having a full-on troglodyte wrestling match with this human axeman over here. And it looks like they're winning. Like, this guy is seriously... He's unconscious. Onmu Agumvum is about to basically die out here after fighting the troglodyte hordes. He managed to kill one troglodyte before like bleeding to death. Man, that guy sucks. Hopefully we can get some better... Yeah, there we go. He's been found dead. Ah, well. Oh, no, 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 no. My dwarven population came out to come and take all of his junk. So they've all come to collect his like shoes and clothes that are too big for any of my dwarves. Yeah, but now we've got professional monster hunters to kill and or die against the troglodyte menace. We're going to need to build that guy a coffin because he was technically part of our fortress. It's going fine, Max. Like we've set it. We're setting up steel production now. So we're gonna start making some steel weapons and shields and things, and we should hopefully be ready for that. We got a shed load of Dralfers that are just in my fortress that I kind of need to do something with. And we've almost finished off the first part of blocking off our section of the cavern so that we can close it in the instance that we need to. So we're going to make another rock coffin here. But you can see here, like, we managed to almost roof over this entire area here. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on that, and we probably have more Probably have more blocks now. We need 14 blocks in order to construct all that out, but that's fine. I'll just do the little parts first. Yeah, so we're getting all that constructed, which will, it's early autumn now, so the trade caravan's going to arrive soon, so we should be able to do some good trading. We should actually see it. Maybe there's any. We can have a look at our nobles real quick. So nobles and administrators. We should appoint a broker. And I guess the broker is going to be Worm because he is the best negotiator. We don't have anyone who's any good at appraising value, but Worm is probably the best one in terms of all of his other social skills. Yeah, this is a different fortress than the one you were watching before, Jake. We started a new fortress yesterday, and this one was just we started it. Wait, were you here yesterday for it when we started the new one? Sorry, I can't actually. I'm no, you weren't, because you don't have a dwarf. Yeah, no, you were streaming yesterday, weren't you? Like Final Fantasy. Well, I started my stream late today. You see, that's why. That's why I'm still streaming. All right, we're killing all the troglodytes. So yeah, we've started this new fortress, and this fortress here is it's located in a haunted biome. So you can see that it's raining blood in this biome. Basically, we've embarked in a haunted biome where it's constantly raining blood. And there's no trees on the surface or anything like that. So we've built a fortress underground, and you can see here this is the caverns. Where we've built some farm plots for them to do that. We got some monster hunters down here currently killing troglodytes because there's a whole load of troglodytes that are just being really irritating, so the monster hunters are coming in. And we're just letting them join the fortress just so they can go down there and massacre any troglodytes that they find. You can come. Well, you can always come back to life, but like, the thing is that, well, you can come back as a ghost, but because we buried you, that's not going to happen. Basically, so that's why you build coffins to stop people from coming back as ghosts. Or if you can't put them in a coffin, you need to build a memorial to them to prevent them from, ghosthood. But in this instance, evil biomes have a 50% chance to be reanimating biomes, and we beat the 50% chance. So basically, although this is a haunted biome, it's not a reanimating biome. So there was a chance that this was reanimating, and that was one of the risks we took when we came here. But yeah, I had a feeling that this would happen. Because they changed the way that works. We'll get into that in a second. The caravan's here. Integral Hamster wants to have a dwarf as well. The most useless dwarf. The most useless, not damaged dwarf is Locum Sibrexigod, who is a dwarven baby who was born in the fortress. So I guess that is our most useful, not damaged dwarf. So we'll go with that one. You've got 16 years before you become useful. So if the fortress lasts that long, then at that point you may be useful to us, but until then you're pretty much not. Okay, would you argue that being a baby is damaged? I mean, that's just kind of like a life stage that everyone has to go through. Even dwarves apparently. We all those. But yeah, we can't hire a necromancer. But the caravan's arrived. So you can see here the caravan's coming onto the map. The outpost liaison is here. So we actually have some stuff to sell this year as well. We have one really angry guy in the fortress. Why is this guy mad? Well, you see here it says we got like one really mad guy at the start. He's updated us on world information. I don't really need to request anything in particular. They want goblets. We do have some goblets, so we'll probably trade a couple of goblets to them. So let's request the broker to come to the depot, and then let's have a look at moving some stuff. So we did have some crafts, so I think those will be in bins. Move that one, move that one. Move that one. I think this is the one that has goblets in it. Yeah, it is. Look at all these goblets that we could potentially sell. What's in this? This has just got a bunch of rings and junk in it. Yeah. Bunch of crap that we can sell. There we go. We'll move all of those over there. Brylis wants a hammer dwarf. We don't have any hammer dwarfs yet, but maybe when the next migrant wave comes, we'll start doing a military. Alright. We're awaiting 2 items, but we've already got some. So this is the junk that you know, that human who died in our fortress. So this is the junk that he left when he died. We're gonna sell all of his crap. You see, we just have monster hunters die in the caverns, then we harvest their corpses for like metal goods that we can then sell. So we're waiting for one item. Are you bringing the item? Yeah, you are. Right, let's trade. The enlarged goat leather skirt, we can sell that. Then what's in this one? This is just a bunch of... I don't want to sell everything in here, so we'll just have to take everything individually. Want to sell all those. Chalk crowns, shale scepters. This is all just some really early goods that I made just to basically have something to sell when he came, you know. We don't want to sell our instruments, pigtail ropes, and everything else. This one here has got a whole bunch of junk in it that we can do with selling. So we'll sell all of these chalk crowns, amulets, scepters, crowns, amulets, scepters, crowns, all repeating. Some earrings, mudstone earrings. Really low quality, high volume goods. You know, that's the name of this business. And we're just going to buy some alcohol, I think. Along with some other stuff. We'll also sell a few goblets because they're desperate for goblets. So we'll do that. We'll just sell some goblets as well. How many we got there? I think that's 6. 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll sell 10 goblets to them. So what can we buy in response? So we want some more food, basically, because you know, if I buy food from them, that's potentially food that I can't get myself. Let's get some dwarven ale. Let's get some beer. Some more ale. Some rum. More beer and rum. Some ale. That'll do there. That's nice. Quicklime. Selling iron goods, don't forget leather. I mean, iron is just that. We got loads of iron, honestly, and we're going to move over to steel production anyway, so we don't really need iron, right? Like, We'll definitely buy some. We'll definitely buy some leather though. That's a good shout on that. He's selling the crown of beryl. Buy some fish. We just buy all the fish that they're selling. Like we don't fish ourselves, so if we just buy all that, then that's useful. We can buy some blackberries, trousers, quivers. Let's buy some cheese because again, that's something we don't make. Let's buy this scroll called Unusual Ritual. And we'll offer this. So we're going to give them a really valuable trade. Although they might not accept it. Yeah, we need it to be in green for them to accept it. I want to get the scroll though. I have a like one of the things that's always nice is to be able to build a library, and I do want to build a library at some point, right? Let's sack off 2 of the rum barrels that we bought. So that we can afford, so we'll get rid of that and that. There we go. And then we should be able to afford it. Steam's very happy about the trade. We want him to be happy. That means he's more likely to bring even more stuff next time. Are you making Brelix a hammer dwarf or a hammerer? We'll make him into a hammer dwarf, like in the military. We don't want a hammerer. Look how many drinks we got now. We got a bunch of pigtail as well, I think. So if we check our stocks, pigtail. We have exactly 1 pigtail. Oh, we've been brewing pigtail into drinks, haven't we? Yeah. Let's cancel that. We got plenty of drinks now. Dwarven Justice is a trap. That is 100% true. I'm just gonna wait until the next migrant wave, and then once we got the next migrant wave, that's when we'll start looking at setting up a military force. And that's when we'll start like looking at our then we can make Brelix his his hammer dwarf. 6 of those. 8 of these. Let's put 1 more there. Yeah, so they're going to come and do these. Are you in this fortress? I don't think so, Mr. Freeport. No, you're not in this fortress yet, Mr. Freeport. We don't really have anyone that useful that we could name you after, though, so keep that in mind. Like, we're kind of out of you. We got a metalsmith, actually, so he doesn't have a name. You want to be a metalsmith? Wait, is he right there? I didn't see him. Oh, he is. Yeah, you're a woodworker. Yeah, you have a dwarf. Yeah, you already have a dwarf. You're tricking me. I didn't notice, but you actually already do have a dwarf. Never mind. I can deny your request though, which should refund you the channel points. Although I'm guessing most people have like basically infinite channel points anyway, because I stream so rarely, and there's so very few things that I do with channel points that I imagine like if anyone's watched this channel for any length of time, they probably just have like 1,000 million channel points. No, you haven't lost it. It should have been refunded back to you. But Vummer doesn't have a dwarf, and he wants to be a metalsmith, so we'll go with him. Vummer. There we go. I should probably do more with channel points. I should like have reward tiers and things. Like I could do like a dictator thing like Jake does. You can choose what game I play. I'm sure that'll be entertaining, won't it? As long as it's a game that I don't have to pay for. Anything that costs me an extraordinary amount of money. As long as it's not any of those things, then it's fine. Who are you trying to give water to? That's concerning. Asks, drink, drink, drink. Because he's trying to give water to someone, which is usually... If you ever see that message that says such and such tried to give water but failed, that's always a bad sign. It's never a good sign. It's never a sign of anything good. We have a rotten troglodyte corpse over here. Let's dump that. Dump this one as well. We have got loads of caged animals. I'm surprised none of these have died yet. Like, some of these are grazing animals, so I would have thought that some of them would have died by now. Reward, give X Dwarf an adamantium piece of armor. We so rarely get to the adamantium stage. Just because like my fortresses don't tend to last that long. Cave crocodile and a troll are fighting each other. Okay. I am going to very quickly lock up my fortress real quick. Just if there's a troll nearby, there's actually no reason for the door to be open right at this moment, so we may as well just have someone pull the lever. There might be some yeah, there's a troll right here. And he was pathing straight into the fortress, this troll was. So we'll just keep the gate closed for a little bit. This is why you have to pay attention to your alerts, you see. If you see something like that, you need to pay attention. Because now we know that there's a troll in here somewhere. I mean, trolls aren't the scariest thing in the world. But still, it's just something we don't need right now. Well, that's why you have to keep out for contextual clues, Jake. So like I knew something was up because I saw like troll is fighting cave crocodile. So I clicked on the alert, and then you can then click the button so it takes you directly to it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this is in the caverns, and my fortress gate is open, so I should close my fortress gate because the troll might try and path into my fortress. I went to close the gate, and as the gate closed, you saw the troll was basically right here. Yeah, it was going to path into my fortress. If I hadn't noticed that, it probably would have gotten in here and started fighting my farmers, which would have been terrible, because there's a decent chance he would have smashed at least a couple of farmers to death before dying. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. You gotta be aware of these things. Like, you just need to be in the habit of checking the creature screen. It's just, it's good management of knowing, like, what's on the map at any given time. Like we know that there's a cave crocodile. We know there's a whole load of troglodytes. Most of them are in cages because I've captured most of them. We've then got all these other stuff that's, just around. Other things will give you alerts, like you'll get big alerts whenever like a forgotten beast appears. If a forgotten beast arrives, you'll get an alert that says a forgotten beast has arrived. So you don't have to worry about that one. You'll know it when it happens, But we want to be prepared for when it does happen, which is part of the reason you see me here at the moment where I'm placing all this floor above here. This is in preparation for a forgotten beast attack. Because eventually one will happen. It's basically inevitable. And we finally... Wait, no, we still didn't get any migrants this year? That is insane. They must have really messed with the requirements for migration, because we've had barely any migrants at all. And it feels like this has been the case in practically every fortress I've played so far, where you get hardly any migrants, despite in older versions, you probably would have had a truckload of them by now. I'm not sure if has anyone else noticed that. Like anyone else has been playing noticed that. It feels like migrants are just not as common as they used to be. Maybe they're less inclined to. Yeah, but even the first two waves of migrants were really small. I've had first wave of migrants where you get 20 migrants on the first wave. You know, I'm hoping that it's tied to export wealth, and that's part of the other reason why I've been trying to export a lot. Because I'm hoping that it's perhaps tied to the amount of stuff that we export. Dwarves do not care about blood rain. They all migrate anywhere. You can embark in the frozen tundra, and so long as your your civilization is still active, they'll embark on it. I guess what we could do is I'm gonna save the game real quick. Uh, so I'm gonna save the game real quick, and then we're gonna open up the world map. In older versions of Dwarf Fortress, doing this could be extremely laggy, which is why I'm saving the game first. Again, this could be something they fixed. You know, this could be one of the bugs that they fixed. I was looking at the changelogs, and they haven't put everything that they've changed into the changelogs, but one of the best things I saw in that changelog was Civil War bug has been eliminated. Okay, so I need to. So here's our fortress. The Palisades are twinkling. Is our site government like really far away or something like that? Have I accidentally given ourselves like a civilization that's like really far away? Is there a way that we can zoom out? No, there isn't. I'm pretty sure you used to be able to zoom out here. Well, we got loads of Dark Goblin pits, but that's to be expected. That's why I embarked here. Yeah, I think yeah, my site government's all the way up here, which might be why we're not getting any migrants. Our fortress is all the way down here. Our site government is all the way up here. Oh, I didn't take a look at the book I bought, no. I mean, that's fine. We should eventually get migrants, even though it's like miles and miles and miles away. Eventually they will arrive. Yeah, like, a little bit annoying, but hey-ho. News and rumours. Are there any news and rumours? No, okay. Report's done. We'll get migrants eventually. Let's have a quick look at that. Let's have a quick look at that book I bought. Objects, written content. Oh, it won't show up here because it's a copy. So if we go here to scroll, unusual ritual. This is a llama parchment scroll. The rollers are made from firelight. Written on the item is an essay entitled "Unusual Rituals," authored by Meryl Renucum. It concerns nuances of tradition. The writing is somewhat self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Okay. Well, we got that anyway, so we got ourselves a scroll about unusual rituals. What was I saying? Yeah, so the it looks like the bug that used to exist, the Civil War bug has been fixed, so there should now be no more loyalty cascades. And that was one of the most awful things to deal with. I don't want to remove that. I just want to remove the tomb itself. Let's cancel that tomb, but then let's see how that does it if we set it to multi. No, because that just creates one tomb. I don't want it to be one tomb. I want it to be multiple tombs. I'll just leave it as it is. I guess what we can do is we can designate a tomb, but just a one tile tomb. Oh, undo. Paint. Just a one tile tomb. And then we'll designate a one tile tomb on top of here. And then they'll use this. Now they should use this tomb in order to bury that guy. Although I don't think they'll be able to get his corpse because his corpse will be locked away because of the cave troll. It's not your tomb. It's everybody's tomb. It's a communal tomb. Let's see if that's so is that troll still showing up on our list? Doesn't look like it. So what we'll do is we'll open up the thing again so that they can go and retrieve that guy's corpse. When treason becomes infectious. The loyalty cascade was by far the most annoying bug in Dwarf Fortress. Like more so than anything else, it was the single most irritating thing to deal with. Because there's no reliable way to fix it. You basically had to rely on your mods, your mods working properly. And in most cases, like DF hack could fix it, but it was by no means guaranteed. Oh, we had a miner stuck down here. Dead stray dog. Why do our stray dogs keep ending up dead outside here? What are you doing? You're placing items in tomb. Okay. Just be careful with that. Memory tantrum sparrows were awful. I mean, like the thing about like dwarf happiness is that you have it goes in swings and roundabouts. So you have one patch where like it's impossible to upset a dwarf. They're basically immune to feelings. They just don't have them. And then the next patch, it's like overcorrected, and now all of a sudden your dwarf gets caught in the rain, and then they decide that they hate life and they hate living, and then they go on a rampage and like murder everyone. Like that's the dichotomy of dwarves. Is like it depends on which patch you're on. The balance is never correct. They're always they either don't care or they're so moody that anything sets them off. Anyway, we've almost finished this here, so that's going to be really great when this is done. And then once this is done, we'll start walling in the stairway, and then we'll be able to close this off for good if we need to. Because I swear, any minute now we're going to have like that alert saying that the Forgotten Beast has arrived. And it's definitely going to have wings, I bet you anything. The moment we get a Forgotten Beast, it's going to be like probably spitting poison and made out of fire, and it's got wings. Oh, what have you missed? Okay, that's the roof done. Ah, okay. I am planning on uploading all this to YouTube, by the way, believe it or not. I've even prepared the first VOD for YouTube. I just need to render it tonight, and then it's going to go on YouTube. Also, can my tomb be remade out of soap? No, of course not. Don't be silly. You can't make a coffin out of soap. You can make like thousands of other things out of soap, but coffins are not one of the things that you can make out of soap. So I'm afraid you'll have to do without on that one. Construction, clean burial. Yeah. So here now we can build this outside wall here, and now the stairway here is completely like it's not completely sealed. We need to go and do this on every single level, but you can see here it is coming along in terms of just like blocking off entrance into here. Although actually I noticed there is a bit of a gap here. There's a spot where we missed it. We need to. This is why you double check everything. You always double check everything because you're going to make mistakes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks up here that needs to be covered as well. Steel. Look at that. We got 32 bars of steel already. Just whilst whilst I've been doing all this pointless busy work, you know, like all this trivial tasks, my other dwarves have been doing far more useful things in the background as well. You see, at the start of the stream when I set up the steel production, and I'm like, this should automate it, but I don't know for certain that it will. I think it's going to automate it. Let's find out. And it did, you know. Everything worked fine. Making an entire tomb out of coffin. You could do that. You could make a surface tomb out of coffin. Soap, sorry. You could make like the walls and the floor and everything out of soap. But we've already done that. We are the master of Soap Fortress. Soap Fortress was my gimmick, and if any other streamer attempts it, then they're stealing my gimmick. I do wonder how long people are going to be like really keen on streaming Dwarf Fortress for. I don't like. There's a lot of people who are streaming it now, but I don't think that's going to be sustained. I think at some point the kind of novelty of it's going to wear off a bit for a lot of people. Although I guess it must be fun to watch the people who've never played the game before just try and muddle their way through it. I am enjoying the golden age of Dwarf Fortress. I'm really happy at how successful it's been. I think that Toady and his brother Tarn, I think they basically deserve the success. So, you know, no complaints here. I'm pretty sure you just have to go to each individual. Although it's not always very clear. Like this guy is apparently always angry all the time, but I'm not actually quite sure why. Like if I look at his thoughts, we can see that she's felt a lot of horror after seeing troglodytes die. I mean, she is a monster hunter, so you would expect that she would be over like getting upset at people dying, but there you go. Oh, that's simple. You just click on the workshop and they'll tell you. It won't tell you explicitly because it's never done explicitly. It's never. If you've been using Dwarf Hack, then you know, and it tells you outright what they want. But basically, when you click on the workshop with the strange mood dwarf in it, it'll say like such and you know I need bars or something like that. It'll be pretty obvious what they want. I mean, it's not cryptic or anything, but basically that's how it will be. So just click on their workshop and you'll see it. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the type of mood. But no matter what type of mood it is, it should be pretty clear what they want. Yeah, mouse controls. I'm doing all this with mouse, clicking the mouse. This was the big Steam update. Let's Where are the goblets gone now? So they are in here. Yeah, okay, cool. Troglodyte has given birth to a boy. I don't care about the troglodytes in my cages. We need to get rid of them somehow. We need to have like a hole we can dump them into. I wonder if they fix the bug with dumping. That'd be something interesting to test. We already have a hole to dump one in. I'm actually not sure how we're supposed to dump cages now. I guess what we could... I got an idea. Why, in the arena, of course. Let's get all this here. We're gonna make a shooting range for our troglodytes, and then we'll put it right here because this way we can then have, we've got the butcher shop right there. You know, they'll be able to come and like butcher the troglodytes. I don't think troglodytes are butcherable actually. Cannot be tamed. It doesn't say they can. Oh, they cannot be butchered. Yeah. We just need to get rid of them then. This will give our dwarves something to do. We can potentially train some Marks dwarves. Do we have any dwarves who aren't doing anything? We have some dwarven children, and like one of them is 16 years old. When did they actually grow up? Or did they only grow up when they're 18 now? It used to be that they did it when they were 13. Like she's still a dwarven child. Huh. Because like, I was thinking that when she turns 16, we could transfer her to active military duty, and she could become our first military dwarf. But I guess not. Additions, decline. I did this wrong. I was supposed to dig out the middle part. Oh, that's fine. Construction. Warm woodstone blocks. Who's the angry dwarf? It's not a dwarf, it's one of the monster hunters. One of the monster hunters is really angry for some reason. But it's not actually any of the dwarves. The two disgruntled dwarves are dwarf children, and I'm not sure why they're disgruntled. But I think they'll probably become happier as soon as they're capable of making things. Because then they'll get good moods from like having produced like I am happy because I have done work sort of mood, you know? Wait, is that the right way around? No, I don't think that is the right way around. Let's double check that. I have a feeling that I did that wrong. Ah, come on. See, this is some of the things that I struggle with here. It's like things like bridge construction because they changed how it used to work. I think that's right. I think that's correct. There we go. So we're going to make a bridge here, and then what we want to do is we want to dig a ramp. Oh, we need to smooth it first, don't we? Yeah, come smooth that wall. So we're going to smooth the wall here. And then once this is smooth, we're going to smooth that out into Fortification. I'm surprised the alerts don't have sound, or at least the major alerts. Like, they didn't used to have sound, but instead it was like when a big alert happened, the camera would move to wherever the alert was taking place. You know, just automatically. And that had its benefits and its downsides. What was I gonna say? The classic example, and I've had this happen before, was when you had a dragon show up in the fortress. So you'd have a dragon appear to attack the fortress, and you embarked in like a a forest, right? So you embarked in a forest, and then you had a dragon show up, and then the moment the dragon would show up, it would start breathing fire, and then all the trees in the forest would burst into flames, and that would then mean that the trees were collapsing on the surface, and then every time a tree would collapse, your camera would it'd go like this. A tree has collapsed on the surface. You know, you'd then go look at something else. A tree has collapsed on the surface. A tree has collapsed on the surface. A structure has collapsed on the surface. And you just do that like 55 times as your because you forgot to disable that function in the file, so you just had to sit there and watch as all the trees on the forest collapsed. That's another reason why I should clear cut every tree on the map, by the way. You know, not just to piss off the elves. So yeah, we're carving these fortifications out here, and the basic idea would be that your military dwarves can stand here and they can shoot into this room. We don't have any military dwarves as of yet, but we can consider starting to appoint some. It's a real shame because I don't think there are any dwarves that I would consider to be useless other than these sodding children, which we got millions of for some reason. Like our second migrant wave was 1 dwarf and 5 children, which is really annoying. I need this one to grow up quicker. So yeah, but we can have them line up here and then just shoot at some troglodytes in here. So that's the idea anyway. And let's link this to this. So yeah, he's gonna go do that. Oh, and we also built some new bedrooms. I do like this feature. I'm a big fan of this. I actually think that really makes the process a lot easier. I mean, placing the individual beds themselves is a bit of a pain compared to how it used to be. But just the just being able to click, drag, and then set all these as bedrooms, that's actually a really nice feature. And throw doors here. Oh, and also on the subject of like Dwarf Hack and things like that, Dwarf Hack is going to be released for this. The devs are working on it. I checked this out because I was curious myself. So I think a lot of the utilities that people are used to are eventually going to come out for the Steam version anyway. So if you'd like to do all your labors via Dwarf Therapist, which I probably will do, if they release Therapist for the Steam version, I'm going to use that for labors because I still think it's better. Because I prefer having the granular control, the therapist offers. So, I'll still use it. But it's those sorts of things, right? Some of the stuff I think with labors is a bit annoying. It's kind of hard to explain, but like, for example, So I don't, like I only want specific people to be weaponsmiths, so that means that I have to have a separate weaponsmith thing. Like eventually I'll only want to have specific people doing certain things in here, and it's just for quality control purposes, and it's a bit annoying basically. Like here, eventually I'm going to want to have specifically I will want a specific dwarf to be the cook. Because I will want one dwarf to get really good at cooking, for example, right? Um, because it's not a labor that requires a lot of dwarves to do. But if we have one dwarf doing it, they can become really good at cooking and they'll make legendary meals. Um, I don't want every dwarf to do cooking whenever they feel like it. I can limit it at the workshop level, I suppose. Yeah, you can set that. I just prefer not to. I'd prefer to just set that one dwarf and give him like he's the only dwarf who's allowed to cook. Because then I can always add other workshops if I need to then expand and add other dwarfs to my enlisted dwarves. I don't have to build a specific workshop for each dwarf or, fiddle with workshops too much. But again, that's just me, right? That's like my personal preference. Which is why I think a lot of it comes down to at the end of the day. It's just what you prefer. What are they waiting for on this one? Oh, we don't have enough coal. Right, that makes sense. We could actually dig out a bunch more coal. I think we'll automate digging out some coal in this level. They won't break through here, which is fine. So we're happy to we're happy to dig out the coal. That's not what I wanted. I wanted it on auto. Yeah, so they should then automatically dig out the coal. Alright, there we go. Ross out of mudstone. Oh, I don't care if some marks... Wait, how'd you die? How'd this dwarf die? I guess this dwarf must have bitten off more than he could chew. I didn't see the fight log, though. Oh, wait, he was fighting a giant cave toad? Where'd the giant cave toad go? Oh, well. Not my problem. There it is. Mm. The giant cave toad did not feel anything while in conflict, but she felt hopeless after suffering a major injury. Because this giant cave troll killed someone, it's actually gotten a name. You can see its name is now Murky Roots. It's lost the ability to stand though. Her left leg is broken. She's probably just gonna die. Of whatever. God. We have some hair here. We should be threading that hair. Let's do that. Process plants to bag. What plants do we have that we could process? I guess that's probably sweet pods. What is it with pigtails? This is where we get confused because they don't tell us specifically what the difference is between yeah, it's processed. So if we process the pigtails and we put that on repeat, then someone should come and turn those pigtails into thread, which will then be able to weave into cloth. But we also want to spin the buffalo cow hair into thread as well. What's that, a mudstone apparently? I can't even remember which level we were getting mudstone from. I'm just going to cancel that order for now because I don't really need any more doors right now. Can always make more later if we need them. Needs 1 refined coal. That's fine. They'll make plenty of coal. They're already doing that, actually. So there should already be someone making coal right now. Or at least I think there is. Why are they cancelling that order? They're cancelling that order. Yeah. Like, this should be priority. They can't actually do any of the others without making coal. Alright, I know what we'll do actually, because it doesn't look like they're paying any attention to that. So on this work order here, we'll make it so that they can only do this at one shot max, one shot max, one shot max, one shot max for those. So that means that they should then yeah, this one I think they're now making are they now making coal at this one or? Oh wait, actually, I know why they can't do it. It's because they've ran out of. It's because they don't have any fuel in order to start the process. So we need to just make a new task, make charcoal. Just make a few charcoal here just to kickstart that. Because they've used up all of the fuel, so they don't even have fuel to start making more fuel. So in order to kickstart that again, we need to make charcoal.
Thank you very much.
Oh, the South Saxon, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I'm just kind of fixing my steel production industry at the moment, which is kind of not working properly. But thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. There we go. Okay, they're now going to start making coal from coke from coal. Giant cave toad and human maceman going for another round of it. Hopefully this guy has better luck than the other guy did. That's actually happening right outside our fortress gates. Let's pull this lever for safety. No problem. Yeah, look at these guys. They're just yeah. We'll close the gates whilst this little fight goes on outside here. The giant cave toad attacks the human maceman, but he jumps away. Sometimes it's funny to see what kind of junk they shout as well. Sometimes they're like, they'll be like, "I must not feel fear. I must fight." I think he's having a better time of it than the toad is. Although it looks like he's given up. Oh, he's unconscious. Okay. Diagnostics required. His right eye is fractured. Yeah. Okay. Good grief. Well, if you can't live with them, you can't live without them. Let's get some more of this staircase done. Oh, I don't want to use pig iron bars for that. No. using pig iron bars to build walls. No, that's not what we want to do. We want to use blocks in order to do that. There we go. And then here, let's have the floor here. Mudstone blocks. The giant olm is fighting. Oh, now an olm is fighting this cave troll gave up on fighting the human who fell unconscious, and now they're just fighting an olm. It's always fun to see what kind of junk's going on in the caverns. And this is only level 1 of the caverns as well, don't forget. Like, there are other levels to the caverns. We're on this is the weakest possible level of cavern you can be on. We could dig further and see what else we could find. Let's get a couple more blocks there. Okay, so that is the staircase now completely blocked off. This area is now completely safe. We can actually even dig out a little bit over here, but this area basically is safe. You know, there's nothing that anyone can really do to mess with us here. We are going to run out of wood again. In fact, I think we probably have already run out of wood. What we probably want to do is we want to make like an then again, I mean that's fine as an access route. We'll open it up again in a little bit, and we'll tell them to go in and dig some more trees, like cut some more trees down. There's a couple there that we can cut down, for example. There's one there. There's one there. Yeah, and looks like the giant cave toad is gone, so we'll open up the gate again. All that leather, and then they'll be able to do that. Okay, so how much steel have we got now? Steel. Bars, 38 bars of steel. Okay, we need to decide how we're going to equip our military dwarves, what kind of stuff we're going to give them. I think we should start making some steel axes. Or actually, why don't we do it as a poll? Let's do a poll, because we haven't done one of these in a while. Steel axes, or axes, hammers, swords. Axes, hammers, swords. There we go. The poll's up now, so you get to decide which one we go for. But basically, always being interrupted by troglodytes. How many troglodytes do we have to kill before they never come back again? I say that as if it's a joke, but there's an actual answer to that somewhere. Like, there will be an actual answer to that question. I don't know what it is, but... This guy's clean. You're cleaning up the blood outside the fortress. That's very kind of you. You know, you're not actually doing very much at the moment, so why don't we get our engravers doing some more practice engraving over here? That's another monster slayer who's been killed by troglodytes. Axes and hammers, okay. Let's make 5 axes and 5 hammers. We'll make them all out of steel. Normally I'd make silver hammers, but we'll make some steel hammers. How about it? Forge steel hammer. Or forge warhammer? Warhammer. We'll do 5 of each. And steel battle axe. I like how the monster hunters try and fail to kill the troglodytes, and then our dwarves just come in to collect whatever goods they were carrying to drag back into the fortress so that we can sell it to the merchants later. It's a beautiful cycle, really, isn't it? It's the cycle of life. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna. Wait. Oh, it's on automatic vein, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do that. Let's dig that out. No, not at all. They do just clear out some of the more annoying stuff though, you know, and they like wound it and stuff, and it kind of means that they're not going to be annoying my dwarves. They'll be killing the monster hunters themselves. Ah. An image of a mountain. What one inspiring picture. Okay, so now if we go to steel, let's have a look at our weapon stockpile. Weapons. Where is our weapons stockpile? All the way down here, I guess. Weapons. Look at that. We got some legendary steel warhammers. We got some steel battle axes. And then if we ever do get any more migrants, which remains to be seen, we'll be able to equip them to do that. I think the other thing we'll start doing then is making some statues as well. I've talked a lot about making statues. I said it like 500 times so far. I think what we'll do is because I don't want to use valuable steel to make statues because statues are. Oh, we got native gold. I mean, you would think that native gold is more valuable than steel, but arguably it isn't because gold has fewer uses than steel. But we could dig out the gold, we could smelt the gold, we could make the gold into statues. That'll be an opportunity for our dwarf, our blacksmith to get better at blacksmithing. And then we can use that to, just decorate the fortress, make it a high value fortress. Increase the overall created wealth of the fortress. Another human maceman killing killing or getting killed by a. I don't think we're at much wealth. We're at 12500, which isn't very much at all. We don't have any. A prophet is visiting. Okay, we don't have anyone who's got any ability in terms of like I think if we go to where is he? Worm, he's our expedition leader. So Worm here is our broker, and he's an adequate appraiser. He's not very good at it, so we don't actually know how much value we got. I think appraisal is the skill that you turn for value, isn't it? Like wealth. I don't know because like it's when we hover over it, it doesn't give us an exact figure of created wealth. It's giving us an estimated figure. I'm not sure if it's like we need a particular. Yeah. I mean, the fact that we made a bunch of legendary, yeah, the fact that we made a bunch of legendary weapons will definitely increase the value of the fortress, and I'm hoping that will help to attract migrants because I think value does have some impact on it. We will smelt gold, smelt native gold ore. Okay. But yeah, so we've got some gold there. That's hematite, tiger eye. Maybe we need to dig deeper. I'm looking for like a low value metal. Like I'm looking for a metal that's like not very high value, but we could dig a lot of, and then use that to practice just our metal crafting on. Because it's kind of a waste to do metal crafting with kind of a waste to do metal crafting with I think what we should do is dig through the caverns. We should what we'll do is we'll dig this way here, and then we'll dig down. We'll dig into the next couple of layers. And we'll see what we can find. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So we'll dig down. We'll yeah, like copper, lead, tin, anything like that. I think value has much more of an impact on migrants now. I'm going to assume that's what's causing it. So I think if we make some value by making some statues, we just really don't want to use things like gold on guys who don't have any particular skill at statue making. So you know, lead is good. I think we had kaolinite earlier, which isn't metal. So if we go to stones here, stones, limestone. Lignites. This is all the different stones that we've basically come across. I'm pretty sure I saw kaolinite at some point. We have tetrahedrite. Tetrahedrite gives us copper, actually, doesn't it? So I guess we could smelt tetrahedrite. We got tetrahedrite on this level. That'd actually be an idea, maybe. This is chalk, and this is chalk. So we've got tetrahedrite on this level as well. So we got tetrahedrite on this level. We got it on this level. Got it on, yeah, kaolinite here. So you can make this into ceramics, and it's pretty decent, but it's not a metal crafting skill. That's ceramics. It's a separate skill. Probably worth doing at some point, but not right now. Diorite here. Diorite. Cobalite. Like cobalite, diorite, and stuff like that. They don't, you know, there's nothing in particular that they make. All right, we'll use tetrahedrite then. We'll make some copper statues, and we'll also have the possibility of making some silver statues as well at some point. So let's start by set up a new order. Smelt tetrahedrite ore. We'll ping that all the way down to just 5. And whenever the amount of tetrahedrite is greater than 5, just smelt that. You're also generating some value by doing engraving, which is a cost-free way of making new value. So it's always good to have people who are just, you know, doing engraving if you need to generate value. It's an easy way of getting value. Oh, this is all tetrahedrite. No, this is magnite. Seriously, we didn't find anything there. Just dig out in both those directions. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, it doesn't matter because I'm just digging on this level to find tetrahedrite. Not digging anything out. Nice. I guess on this level we could dig out some more stuff. If I was going to add anything on here, it would be a library. This would be a good level to have a library on. Because then we could, you know, we could do some good stuff there. Did we finish processing? I guess we ran out of processable plants. Oh well, that's fine. Seriously, nothing in this side. Okay. Dig out in both directions. Okay, so I've set up an order so that they'll start making copper statues the moment that they have well, actually no, copper statues, it'll be 30 bars, won't it, to make. So it should actually be, let's change that order. This is why you need to check these things. So if the amount of available copper statues is less than 5, the amount of bars is greater than 15, then make 5 copper statues, because in order to make copper statues, you need 5 of them will be 15 bars of copper, because it's 3 bars of copper per statue. Helmet Snake is fighting a giant bat. And looks like the giant bat won in the Helmet Snake versus giant bat battle. And we have a load of dogs. We have more dogs than we need. Although perhaps not that many more dogs. We have more cats than we need. Let's get rid of one of the cats. Lamau, goodbye cat. Slaughter that cat. Okay. Right. It's been a bit of a hectic one, I think. But we have made some decent progress. We got loads of iron. We got loads of steel now. 40 steel bars. That's a massive amount of steel that we're just sitting on. You know, we're not even doing anything with it. We just got it in stockpile. So that's really good. We got 16 bars of copper, so we should start making those copper statues now. We might even need to make some more. Possibly, we want to make some more smelters and things. I think we're going to need to make some more iron anvils. Yeah, let's do that. Iron anvil. Just make 5 iron anvils as a one-off order. But we can make some more iron anvils. We can dig out some stuff on this side. So we'll do it in the same way that we've done it already. 2, 3, 4, like that. Yep, so we'll get 1, 2, 3. We'll be able to place up to 5 more smelters, more just more of everything. We got far more workshop spaces than we have dwarves at this point. Like the amount of orders I got is really ambitious, I think. But still, it's better to be ambitious, isn't it? And we can start putting up some copper statues, can't we? Let's start doing that. I've probably only got a little bit of time left because I need to be up for work. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark. But once the statues are finished building, we'll have a look at the 5 statues that have been made. The initial 5 copper statues that have been made by Earl von Wummer here, who's practicing his skills. He's becoming an adequate metal crafter, hopefully. Novice blacksmith. He's going to be the main guy that we rely on for this. So yeah, we need him to keep his skills up. I think we need more bins, actually. Didn't we have a work order for bins? No, he didn't. God. I don't want any adamantine ballista arrows. I don't care what material you make them out of. Just set it to make 5 bins if the amount of empty bins is less than 5. Oh, and looks like we've got 3 really good statues. We'll have 1 more statue. Mid-spring and we still haven't had any migrants. It's funny that the value, like, you can make steel anvils or iron anvils, but it doesn't actually make any difference. So pretty much I would just always make iron anvils because it has no impact on the quality of the anvil. It's one of the times where actually making it out of steel is, strictly speaking, probably worse. I think it's just basically always better to make it out of iron, you know, in this instance. Iton Priest Metal. It's been a while since we accepted one of these weirdo adventurers into the fortress. You can come and join us. You've got a pretty cool name as well. Oh, he's making all of his anvils first. I wanted to make this last statue, so that I can see what the statue is, and then we can end the stream. But he's not doing it, so he's been a bit lazy here. Oh, he's making all the anvils first. He's decided. There we go. Now he should make the statue because it's the last thing he needs to make. Unless he's gone to bed or something. Possibly. I guess he's gone to go get something to eat. Oh my god. I just want to know what the statue's going to be. Where is he? Oh, he's sleeping. He doesn't want to end the stream. No. I thought this wouldn't even take that long. But we gotta wait until he's finished sleeping. Still, we can start placing down some of these statues whilst we wait for him. So we got 5 statues. We'll just place them into the cubby holes. Where is it? So not doors, furniture, statues, and we'll place them into here. So we only have 5 statues actually, but we'll have a look at all of them. So we got these ones, copper statue of dwarves. We'll let them place them first, and then we'll have a look at them. Then we want 1 more in the middle. Any free dwarves? You said that right the right moment because the migrant wave literally just showed up. So the answer to that is yes, the migrant wave has showed up, and our population has skyrocketed and is skyrocketing. Look at it go up. We're up to 36, 37, 38, 39. 39, are we capping out at 39? 39 dwarves in total. Butcher, we got a beekeeper, a herbalist, a shearer, a thresher, and a shed load of peasants, and even a new dwarven child to join us in the fortress. Excellent. We got another weaponsmith, we got a ranger, we got a fishery worker. Yeah, if you want to be a dwarf, I'll put you in. I was about to end the stream, so I'm not going to go through this in detail now. I also said I'd give a dwarf to Brelix. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to give Brelix one of these peasant dwarfs. Brelix. And then we're also going to give I'll give you one of the other dwarves, Spurdo. I'll give you one of the other peasants dwarves, because you guys can be the first military dwarves on the next stream. So the next time we stream, we're going to start by setting up our first military squad, which will be 5 fully kitted, steel armored hammer dwarves, and you can be one of the first ones. Okay. Yeah, you guys are ready. So you're sitting here, 20 years old, covered in goblin blood, fresh from arriving outside from the. I feel like I need to emphasize this sometimes. Just the realm of goblin blood, where it's permanently raining goblin blood all over the place. But you're fresh from here. And let's see if we can place this final statues, and then we'll do a statue review, and then it'll be time to end the stream. Okay, so what's this first one? This is just a copper statue. Copper statue of some dwarves. That's literally it. This one here is a copper statue of Telling Coast Sprays. This item is a well-designed image of Telling Coast Sprays, the deity of salt, oceans, and rulership, depicted as a female dwarf in copper. And then over here we've got a statue of Sita Perplexed Temple. This is a copper statue of Sita Perplexed Tempest. It's a well-designed image of, so it's a Minotaur in copper, and the Minotaur is laboring, and this relates to the settling of the Minotaur in the Canyon of Entrails. And then this over here is a statue of a giant king snake made out of copper. So let's see what the last statue is as well. And Baron von Porn here, just in time to get a dwarf as well, so we'll throw him in here too. He can also be a military dwarf. So this guy here. Come on. Okay, Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, you stupid bastard. Okay, this is why you should always have, just keep random animals outside. Just have, random useless animals wandering around in the goblin blood wasteland. Because when this were-monkey shows up, this 188-year-old were-monkey shows up to try and kill our guys, he goes and attacks the stray yak calf. And that gives me enough time to close the gate so that he can't get into the fortress. Crisis averted. Once again, we have successfully defended the fortress. And now we can name the final dwarf, which is what I was in the process of doing before that happened. I didn't even check the final statue either. Just so many things that are just trying to stop me from ending the stream. Final statue. It's a copper statue, and it's a statue of the god of salt, oceans, and rulership. Excellent. Let's save the game and return to the main menu. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And next time we will be back when we continue with this fortress and do some more of this. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry to end the stream when you arrive, but yeah, there will be more of it. And if you want to catch this, check it out on YouTube, because I am going to upload these. It will take me a couple of days to get it on there, but it will be on YouTube eventually, so keep an eye out for that.